my bosom urges itself towards him. Mm-hmm. Yes, Goethe, yes. Hello everyone, we are here to discuss my new single, Gretchen, a TripHopera Part 2, and the story behind it. Let's get started. I discovered this song on an album by Jesse Norman when I was in high school. There was something about the piano and her voice and the sort of torment of the song that just captivated me, and I just loved it. It's an old song by Franz Schubert called Gretchen im Spinnrad. In German they call it a Lied, but we can just say song. It's a song that was written in the 1800s based on the story of Faust by Goethe. So the Faust story is super complicated and there's different versions of it. There's a lot going on and it's fabulous and amazing, and you should go and read the full story of Faust. But for the purposes of this video and this song, we're just going to talk about the story of Gretchen im Spinnrad. Gretchen at the spinning wheel. Basically, it's about this young girl, Gretchen. She's about 16, 17 years old, and she has recently had a run-in with Faust. In this run-in with Faust, he embarks to seduce her, and she kisses him. So you have to understand, this is the 15th century. She's a young girl. She's a virgin. She's not supposed to be kissing random men. This is very, very, very scandalous. She's a Christian girl. She's supposed to wait till she's married. So after this kiss with Faust, she comes back home and she's at the spinning wheel. Because remember, back in the day, they had to make thread so they can make their own clothes. And she's thinking about Faust. And in so many tellings of the story, they talk about her sort of having fallen in love with Faust, and yeah, it's love, but I don't think it's love. It is lust. To me, this is a sexual awakening. She kisses Faust for the first time, and all of a sudden, all these sexual feelings come over her body. There's a little WAP situation that starts happening.
I'm talking WAP, WAP, WAP.
She's turned on and she does not know what to do with it. She does not know, and she's tormented by this sexual attraction that she has for Faust. She wants to kiss him again. She talks about, I think about him at night. I think about his touch, his smell, his kiss, and it makes me want to die. Gretchen sings, Meine Ruhe ist hin, mein Herz ist schwer. Ich finde sie nimmer und nimmermehr. And the translation of that is, my peace is gone, my heart is heavy, I will find it never and nevermore. She's truly tormented by these feelings, and what is so beautiful about this song is the relationship between the piano and the voice. The piano represents the spinning wheel. So Gretchen is spinning emotionally, and she's literally spinning the spinning wheel. It represents her anxiety, her spinning out of control emotionally, and it's such a beautiful way that the form informs the content. She continues, for him only I look out the window. Only for him do I go out of the house. His tall walk, his noble figure, his mouth smile, his eyes power, his hand clasp, and his kiss. His kiss, she has to stop spinning for a second, because that kiss, honey, that kiss was a lot. She forgets what she's doing. She's trying to spin too. It's also these moments in life where we're trying to do something to get whatever it is that we're tormented by, get it off our mind. So she's spinning with the spinning wheel to also try to forget Faust, but she can't help herself. But for a second she stops spinning because the thought of his kiss stops her in her tracks. It's such a beautiful moment in the music. It's such a beautiful moment in the story. I'm obsessed. I was thinking about it earlier today, and I was thinking about my own relationship to my own sexuality, and just kind of had this realization that part of the reason I think I love this song so much, I mean, the music is just stunning, but the story of it really, and particularly at the time in my life when I discovered it, I was in this place where I was struggling with my own sexuality, struggling and feeling tormented by it. The fun thing about Gretchen at TripHopera Part 2, my version of Gretchen M. Spinrod, is that Gretchen is not the one tormented by her lust, her longing for Faust. It is Faust, I call him Fausto in my version. It is Fausto who is the one who is tormented, and Gretchen is the seductress. The video opens with me sort of walking seductively, hopefully, towards Fausto, and I commence to give him a lap dance. So the lap dance, let's just go right. The lap dance in my video. There is a full-on, slightly acrobatic lap dance in the video. I have to shout out Lil Nas X because in Montero, Call Me By Your Name, he obviously gives a lap dance to the devil. And when I saw that video, I was like, oh my God, I've been doing that for years. I can do that. I can do it even better. You know, I love you, Lil Nas. I'm 51 years old. I don't know how much longer I can flip upside down. So I'm like, you know what? If I still got it, we should record it. But the lap dance is bigger than me. It's a commentary on being trans and having men be attracted to you and how that attraction often begins to manifest itself. So many men, when they do find themselves attracted to trans women, straight identified men who, you know they're straight and know they're attracted to women, and they find themselves into trans women, are often tormented by that desire, often tormented in the similar ways that Gretchen in the original song is tormented. And so that reversal I found really interesting. Another aspect of the video that I'm super excited about, that just gives me life every time I think about it, is the femme-bot ballerina costume that is designed by the brilliant Asher Levine. This costume tells so much of the story. I, like so many people, am endlessly inspired by the 1927 German film Metropolis. There's this robot in the film that is iconic, and it's been replicated over and over and over again. If you watch Blade Runner, you see hints of Metropolis. If you watch Fifth Element, Beyonce, Madonna, and Terry Mugler. Several years ago, when we first started talking about doing a video and I met Asher, I knew I wanted to do some kind of robot, and he specializes in pieces that light up. And so the idea of this sort of glow-in-the-dark robot felt like an update, something that was slightly different on the Metropolis robot. And what's interesting for me about the choice, the sort of this futuristic fembot robot in the context of this sensual seduction, really it starts with the spinning wheel. That was the machinery of the time. There's something robotic about mechanical, about the piano and the way the piano represents the spinning wheel. And so there was thinking about the future, thinking about how we remix the song, how sort of computerized my voice is. There are lots of moments where the voice repeats. The voice is very sort of digitized. It evokes something in my mind that feels kind of futuristic, that feels like another world. It's lovely seeing Fausto in the context, the beginning of the video, in the context of the lap dance, and then eventually seeing him in the context of my world as the sort of fembot seductress in this sort of futuristic space. I don't want to tell people how to read it, but in a way it could symbolize his evolution from being tormented by his desire for me to being one with that desire for me. That's a little bit about Gretchen, a TripHopera Part 2. Stream the song, stream the video. The TripHopera version and the original Gretchen and Spinrod are both available right now for you to enjoy. Yeah, I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope it inspires something in here. Until next time, stay in the love.